Hello all, welcome to SAP Product Costing Expert Level session. Today we are going to look into the topic called subcontracting. What is subcontracting? You can either partially or fully, divulge or give away your production process to an external uh, person or a contractor. So he, on your behalf, carries out the operations which you have given it to him, and he will give back the processed materials. Right? Either you can give the raw materials and you can get the finished goods, or you can say that you can carry out partial process, and then the contractor will carry some part of the process, and then he may return the semi-finished good to you, or he may give you back the finished good. So we are talking about two different scenarios here. One scenario where the subcontractor fully manufactures and gives you the finished good. In another scenario where you carry out partial process and then they carry out partial process. So this is how it happens. So there are two different scenarios, two ways of configuring the systems also, two ways of processing it also. So I'll be showing it to you both of them. Okay. So let us now look into scenario 1. In scenario 1 we are saying that we buy the raw materials, we will create a production order, and we will issue the raw materials to the subcontractor will convert the entire raw materials, apply the necessary conversion activities, and give us back the finished good. So this is one way, and you receive the finished good against production order. If you want, you may apply overheads, you may say you don't want to apply, you may not apply, and then you get your cost of goods manufactured. Right? Now we look into the next slide. Okay. We are now going to look at the different journal entries that will impact. So what happens is that when you start with the production order, you issue goods to your subcontractor against the production order, right? Now what will be the entry? The inventory raw materials with the transaction key BS6 will get credited, and RM consumption subcon will get debited. So we already have seen in the foundational level we have created a general RM consumption. So we will create this additional GL account RM consumption subcon. Okay, and we will assign it in the OBYC transaction against this transaction key GBB and VBO. This will be done for valuation class of which is pertaining to raw material. If you are giving him packing material, then we will do for packing material valuation class as well. Then we are talking about subcontracting charges. Of course, he will take some conversion charges plus markup, etc. Right? So how do we capture that? So we will now give him the subcontracting charges, and which will be credited against GRIR clearing account. The transaction key for that is FRL, and we need a cost object to collect the cost. So we will have a cost center both in the when we issue the goods, okay, when we are paying him for the subcontractor charges, as well as when we receive the goods. When we receive the goods, your SFG or FG, whatever you are creating, that will be debited, your COGM will get credited. So these are the GL accounts which we have to create. Okay, now let's look into what are the different configurations. First things first, we have to maintain the costing variant, create GL accounts, account determination, maintain cost component structure, create material for subcon, uh, create bill of material, create info record with material. This is a new step which you might not have seen in earlier sessions. Maintain production version, only BOM we maintain, run a cost estimate, mark and release, create purchase order, create transporting order with reference to info record, display material document, goods received with purchase order, display material document. Fair enough? Okay. So now let's look into get into the system and execute these steps. I go into the SAP system. Okay. Now first steps is that we go to the costing variant. You can directly go using OKK4. Okay. And valuation variant is 001. But let me go through the SPRO. SIMG is the transaction code. Using SIMG, go to the controlling, go to product cost controlling, product cost planning, material cost estimate with quantity structure, go to the costing variants. Okay, or you can go directly through the valuation variant also, but I'm going through the costing variant. We will make use of the PPC one as the costing variant. All right, and in this this is the valuation variant. In this valuation variant, go to subcontracting. In subcontracting, ensure that it is picking the net quotation price, then gross quotation price, as well as then the third ranking order is effective from price from purchase order. Now this is the general setting, but how do you know this is the setting that is applied to your plant? Click on this button here, valuation variant and plant. Okay, go to your respective plant, which is now BB10. Okay, we are going to BB10, double click, check subcontracting is the same thing, net quotation price, gross quotation price and effective price. So you are good. So go to BB20, which is the other plant, and check net quotation price, gross quotation price, effective price from purchase order. So the first step is done. All right, good. Now go to FS00 to create GL accounts. Okay, we are going to create three GL accounts. Okay, first GL account, as we said, RM consumption, we will create it. Let me go to our company code, which is B100. Did I come to B100? Sorry, let me come to B100. B100. Okay, we are in B100 now. In B100, I am going to create a consumption account which will be for subcon. So if you see here, 40140's 100 is consumption RM, raw material. Now I will create for subcon RM. So I will copy this. Okay, I will make it 105. Okay, and I will call it subcon. Subcon RM consumption. Subcon RM consumption account. Okay, control data is the same thing. Here cost element category is 1. Create bank interest is material consumption account. Post automatically only, done. Okay, now we need to pay him subcontracting charges, right? So I need an expense account. What I will do, I will copy this staff welfare here, 420. You see this 401 420 staff welfare. I'll copy it and make subcontracting charges. So I will make it as 450. Okay, 450 is the subcontracting charges. So let me just change the description here. Subcontracting subcon charges. So similarly, I'll make here subcon charges. Subcon charges, done, enter. So go to control data, it cost element category is 1, which is correct. Go to create bank interest, this is a cost account G004, and this will be posted automatically only, right? This will not be posted directly, so it will be posted through OBYC settings, etc. Save. Okay, this is done. Now we need a cost of goods manufactured account, COGM account. Usually it is a change in stock account. So let's go to the non-operating income. We already not non-operating. Let's say COGM, SFG, FG is there, right? I will make one account which is for COGM for subcon. Just copy this and I'll make it 170. 170. Enter. Okay. Go to this COGM. Instead of COGM, FG, subcon FGLC. And here also I will say COGM subcon finished goods. Okay, right, and then create control data account, create bank interest. Okay, it is our material accounts. Okay, save. That's all. Now open another session. How do you open? You will select, click on the transaction code /O, done, and then enter the transaction code. Desired transaction code is OBYC. I'll go to OBYC and assign this GL account. First thing we have to assign is in GBB. Okay, go to GBB, RM consumption account, right? First you will issue the goods for again to the subcontractor so that he will make it and give it to you. So for chart against chart of accounts B100. So my valuation modifier is B100. General modifier for subcontracting is VBO. Remember this, it is VBO, and we are issuing raw materials. So my valuation class is B10. And what is the GL account that we have created? 401 105, right? This is what we have created. Okay, this is what we have created. Okay, done, enter, save. So with this, the RM consumption account is done. Now we have to create the subcontracting charges that you pay him, right? That is done against FRL. So let's go to FRL. FRL, let's see FRL. FRL, yeah, here. You see external activity, click on FRL, click here, both valuation modifier and valuation class, click on save, select it, okay, save. And your valuation modifier is B100. Why do you have a valuation modifier? Because you can assign multiple plants, and all the plants will inherit the same set of GL accounts, right? So valuation class, this is done for the finished goods, right? You receive from him finished good. So here the valuation class will be B40. B40 is our valuation class for finished goods. Let me search here. Okay, so B40, right? B40. What is the GL account you have created? GL account that, if I recollect, it was 401, 401, 4 zeros, 450. Okay, enter. Okay, FRL is done. Save, done. Now go back. Now you will receive consumption. So your COGM has to be mapped. COGM is done here. Where is this COGM? AUF. It is done in BSV. You can see here change in stock account BSV. Right? Click here. Okay. Select valuation debit credit valuation class valuation modifier. Save. So valuation modifier is B100, valuation class is B40 for finished goods, and the account that you have created just now was 301 170 or something. 30, yeah, this one COGM subcon finished goods. So debit and credit I will give it to the same account. Apart from this, you will have to map the price difference account also. Price difference account we have not mapped it to finished goods. Okay, so let me just go to the PRD. Okay, where is PRD? Price difference. In price difference, did I map? Yeah, I think I have already mapped B40, so I should not get the error. So I have already mapped 120, so you will not get the error. So these four, no, these three accounts, you now need a cost center. We will create a cost center because, as I told you in the while giving you the introduction of this topic, I told you that you will need a cost object, right? So we will now go to OKEON. Okay, I will create a subcontractor in B100. Okay, there is a common, and then I will create something called subcon. So I'll copy this. Okay, I'll copy this and I will make this B100 subcon. B100 subcon. Okay, and similar, it is valid from 1/1/2024. B100 subcon. Okay, okay, I will give subcontractor as person responsible. Subcontractor. Okay, you can give it as production also, but this is not your production, so you can say this is cost of material, right? Somebody else is processing for you, so I changed it to material. It's your choice. Okay, functional area has been changed. Check whether there is a profit center. Yes, there is a profit center, and I will save this. So now we have created a cost center. Right, so what all we have done, we have created GL accounts, right? First we check the costing variant, we created GL accounts, we assigned it in OBYC, then we created a cost center. This cost center I have to give in default account assignment. I will do that in OKB9 slash n OKB9. Okay, in OKB9, okay, I will create new entries. So company code is B100 and my account is 401 105 is for raw material subcon consumption, right? And the cost center is B100 subcon, right? B100 subcon. I have to do this for This as well, B100 subcon for your cost center for uh, what was other one, charges. The charges we gave it in 401 1 2 3 4 450, I believe 450 is subcon charges. And then again B100, and there was one more charges, the COGM account, which was 301170. So for 301170 also, click OK and say save it. Now, cost centers have got a default cost object assigned. This cost object will become 0. I'll explain it to you why. Okay. Now we will go to your cost component structure OKTZ slash n OKTZ is the transaction code. Go to cost component structure. In cost component structure, select B1. Go to cost component with attributes. Your raw material consumption should be there in your material consumption, right? Check whether 105 needs to be assigned. What did we assign? From 100 to 109. So 105 by default gets assigned. So no worries there. Go to the subcontracting charges here, and whatever GL account you have created, you will have to assign it here. So it is cost component structure is B1, chart of accounts is B100, and what is this charges? FRL, right? 40140 This is the payment you give it to the subcontractor. Okay. The cost component I believe is 160. Yeah, it's 160. So I will say from and to range is the same thing. Okay, I'll say some from and to range is the same thing. Okay, enter. Okay, done. Save. Now what is the other one? The next one is COGM. COGM, I don't think you need to mark it anywhere here. That is fine. Now let us just check whether your auxiliary cost component structure is there, right? B2, whether you need to map it or if the GL accounts accommodate the 105. So my material cost in the auxiliary component cost component structure is from 40100 to 140. So obviously 105 gets accommodated here. But when it comes to conversion cost, I will have to give the FRL cost. So 941 and 943 is here. Okay. So conversion costs are here. So what I will do now is I will add I'll add B1 is my cost component structure, B100, and from cost element, what is the cost element of conversion charges? 40140 170, and cost component structure in the auxiliary cost component structure is 020 say. Okay, some message has come. Specify the key within the work area. Within the work area B100. Okay, this is not 20. Is it not 20? It is B100 20 020. What it is saying, cost okay, cost component structure is B2. Sorry, it's B2. Enter, because this is auxiliary cost component structure, so it is B2. So now come to this one. Others, what did we assign in others? Did we assign anything? 40100 to 400 others. Okay, so let's leave it. Now come here, go to cost component structure, make sure you are activating that and save. So with this, your configuration is done. Let's go back to PowerPoint and check whether all the steps are done. Yeah, we have done all these steps till cost component structure. Now we have to create material and create bill of material, right? Material and bill of material. So okay, save it. How do you create a material? Slash n mm01. We are going to do a finished code. So we are going to create a finished code. So bb10 underscore fg underscore subcon, and this is scenario 1, s1 I will say, s1 scenario 1, which is fully external mechanical engineering. FERT is the type. Okay, say okay, select basic data. So because we will be raising a purchase order against which we will receive this finished goods, so purchasing is important. MRP1 and MRP2 are important. 3 and 4 are not required because we are not going to do the processing. Similarly, the production is not going to get scheduled from within our factory, right? So work scheduling is not required. So that's all. Say okay. Now the plant is, first let me remove this plant here and remove the storage location here. Set it as default setting. It is B100. So B10 is the plant. B10 is the storage location also, right? And say okay. Okay, give the material description whatever you would like to give. So I will say BB10 subcon finished good scenario 1. Okay, scenario 1. And then basic unit of measure is EA, material group is B100. Okay, and then purchase group is B10. Okay, purchasing group is done. Then go to MRP1, purchasing group is there. Okay, material type, okay, you say ND no planning. MRP type is no planning. Material status, it can be used, nothing else is required here. Go to MRP2, because we are always going to buy this material, I will say it is always external procurement, and special procurement because we are going to use it this by the subcontracting mode. This is very important, make it subcontracting here. 30 will be the mode, that's all. And is there anything else required here? Storage location, that's all. Go to accounting, give the valuation class of finished good, which is B40. Okay, valuation class of B40. I'm not going to give any value in standard price because we are going to estimate for this material. Say okay, say okay. Once again, say okay. In costing, I will say material origin. Okay, origin group is not required. Variance key if required, it is okay. Do you want to apply overheads? You say after receiving it, you want to apply certain overheads, you can do that. But we are not planning to do that. So say okay. The profit center is required. So profit center is BB PC01. So say okay. And here everything is fine and we have not given any price. Say okay. Say save. So now what has happened? You have created a material, right? Now what is the next step? Once you create the material, let's go back. Create bill of material, right? So bill of material, where do you do? Slash and CS01. Go to transaction CS01. The material by default it has come plant. So plant is BB10. BOM usage is 1, and make sure you are selecting the validity date a little earlier. I will make it from 01. Okay. I'll make it from 01. Okay, 01/8/2024. Okay, here I am going to give some raw material BB10 RM 001. Okay, let's say 1 unit you will give. Okay, EA, and then you will give some packing material. If you want to give packing material, that also you can do. Okay, BB10 underscore packing, or let's say you will give him RM003 2 units. Okay, you may also issue him packing material. You can give packing material also, but as of now I'm just giving these two. Okay, and I will say save. Done. So with this, the bill of material is there. Now what you'll have to do is that you'll have to, we typically do routing, right? But in this case we don't do routing. We will go and create an info record in transaction ME11 slash N ME11 ME11 subcontracting. Here you enter the supplier. I don't know who are my suppliers. So what is the way to find it out? Go to SC16 and table browser. Okay, LFB1, LFB1. Okay, enter your company code B100. Okay, and execute it. Okay, you will know who are the vendors that you have created. You have only one vendor 2601. Okay, I'm not going to create a new vendor, so I will make use of the same vendor 2601. Okay, so go to enter the this thing supplier as 2601. Ensure you are entering the material. Give the purchase organization B100. Again BB10, and this is subcontracting, right? This is subcontracting, and now say enter. Okay. Now let this screen be blank, no issues. All you do is you click enter once again. Okay. Here what you need to specify is for one standard quantity, for one standard quantity. So delivery days time you give us 1 day, that is okay. The same day he gives it or the next day, that's okay. Now what happens? So 1 day standard quantity is 1, and then what is the price you are going to pay him, right? Raw materials are yours, okay, but for him you will have to pay some conversion cost, right? Let us say for per unit for conversion we will give him 300 INR. You have to specify the conversion. So 300 INR I am going to pay him per each unit. If you want to say for every 100 units you are going to pay some 30,000 or something like that, that is also fine. So you have to give what is the standard quantity and what you are going to pay net price, right? And go to the condition, click on this conditions. Okay, in the conditions as you can see, you will be able to see what you are going to pay per unit. So what we are agreeing is for subcontracting charges we are going to pay him 300 rupees INR for each unit EA, right? So this is valid from 12/8. I will rather make it from 1. Can I change it here? No. So is there a way I can change it? This is valid from, there's no validity date here. General data. Okay, is there a validity date? Okay, was it there in the beginning? Let me just again check. /n ME11. Okay, there is no date availability here. Okay, here text, nothing is there. General data, classify, nothing is there. Okay, done. So click enter. Maybe here it will be there, 1 day to delivery date and standard quantity 1. I'm going to pay 300, and let's see if I can access any date field. Okay, so it's not giving me any date. So go to conditions. In conditions, can I change it? Okay, I have given, yeah, I can change it here itself, 01. Okay, now come back. Okay, now when you click save, it will create an info record for you. Take note of that info record. Save. So when you save, it has created an info record 5950102. Take note of it in a notepad. Okay, so I have taken it in the Excel. So we have now created a info record. Done. Okay, now let's go to the PowerPoint. In PowerPoint you have seen create info record with material is done. Now we have to go to the production version of the material and update the BOM related details. So let me go to SAP here. Okay, close this. Okay, done. So scroll a little above and now go to MM02. So let's say I'll select the material here. Okay, go to /n. What is the T code? MM02. You are very right. MM02 for the material, and you will update it in MRP4. Okay, say okay. Okay, select plant BB10, and BB10 is your storage location also. Go to the production version. So you will say SCON1, SCO1 I will say, and here I will say BB10, whatever is the material, production version 001, and this is valid from 01 8 2024, and this is goes up to 31/12/9999, and then click on this version here, double click. There is nothing to give routing because you are not carrying out any operations, right? Only thing is that you do is bill of material. Select the bill of material, say BB10 subcon. Okay, and that is selected. Click check. So you should say BOM exists for this. So you got a green signal here, which means you are good to go. Say continue, say again continue, again you come and save. Okay, now the next process is you are going to create cost estimate. /n ck 11n is for cost estimate. This particular material against this plant BB10. Costing variant we are going to use PPC1. Okay, so I enter PPC1. Obviously it will take from current date. Say okay. Now you have to get the material cost, and costing item 003 is not assigned to a cost component. Let's see why it is not assigned. Let me just check which item is not assigned to cost component, because we did assign. So you see 105 and 450, we thought we did assign, right? Cost, this item it says it is not assigned to cost component structure. That is not the case, but because I do remember we have gone and assigned it. This is your 401. 40s are the FRL charges. Okay, so 480 material consumption has come, but it says your subcontracting charges has not come. So what I will do, again I'll go to OKTZ slash O, open a new screen, OKTZ. Okay, that surprises me that we have not given this. So I'll go to B1. Okay, go to cost components, go to subcontracting charges. In subcontracting charges, what is my assignment? So it is not 170, right? Okay, my mistake, which is not 170. So let's see 401 what all accounts I have. Okay, 401 what all accounts I have. So subcontracting charges is here 450. Okay, by mistake I gave it as 170, which is wrong. So it should be 450. So here also I will give 450. Okay, say okay. Now enter, enter. Okay, save. Check whether the same cost element is given in the auxiliary cost component structure also. So go to cost component structure, go to B2, cost components, in conversion cost, in assignments. So it is not 170, I had given it by mistakes, I'm sorry. 450 is the account, 450 is the account. So say enter. So it says B2 B100, it says 401. What is the error message this is giving? Overlaps with 400, it's already there. So somewhere else I have given this under other costs, so I'll have to remove it from there. So let me, I'll tell you where you have to remove. So go to other attributes, you see there is an others here. So what I will do is that in this others, in auxiliary cost component structure, I have given from 400 to 490 or something. So I will remove it from there. Okay, I'll remove it. See 400 to 490 I have given it from there. I'll rather make it 500 to 590. 500 to 590. So now I can go and give 450 in the conversion cost. So because this is conversion cost, I'll select it, go here, and instead of 170, make it 450. Same thing, I'll do it here, 450, 450, enter, enter, enter. It still doesn't accept. It says it is overlapping. 401, 400 overlaps with 400 to 490. Where did I give this 400 for 490? Okay, let me just remove this. Okay, go to other components, B2. So okay, material costs, let me see what I have given in material cost. I have given 140, which is fine. So where is this 490? Let me go to B2, check. Okay, you see there is already this 490 assigned to 30. This I will have to remove here. Okay, done, save, done. Now it should work. Okay, now go to the conversion cost. Now you assign 450. These errors are good because this will tell you that clerical errors do happen, so you can double check where how these are interrelated, right? So to do a cost estimate, you need the cost component structure to be correct. Okay, now this is done. Now I don't need this screen, so I'll go back to the cost estimate run. Okay, I'll once again go to CK11N. Okay, say okay, say okay. I have selected the material in the plant. Now you still you are getting this error here. Let's see now what is the error. Okay, cost component structure B1 and B2 are not active, right? Is not correct. Cost and cost estimate for material BB10, RM1 and RM3 are not correct. Okay. So what we did is, after including the cost components, we have not activated this. Save, activate it, save, back. Now we need not go back, so it's okay. Save. Now here I will again refresh this CK11 for this specific material. Okay, done. Okay, now you see cost component structure is active and you don't have issues. Now you look at it, RM1 cost is 400, 2 units of RM003 is coming for 80, so 480 worth of raw materials you will issue, and 300 is the conversion cost you pay to the subcontractor. Okay, now you can check the cost component structure here. See, 480 is the material consumption and 300 is the subcontractor charges, so 300. So you can click on save. That's all. One more thing I wanted to show you is quantity structure. Previously you used to have bill of material and routing. So you have bill of material here, right? But you don't have routing because you are not doing any operations within your factory. But there is a special procurement data here 3, and special procurement key also is there. You can assign a separate plant also for this one, which we did not do. Save, done. So now the cost estimate is being saved. Now you have to mark and release, which we will do. So what is the transaction code for mark and release? You are right, CK24. Okay, so we'll go to CK24. Company code is B100. Plant B10. This is the material. Okay, there is no group valuation, profit center valuation. I can remove the test run, execute it. One material costed, right? Go back. Okay, see the price is 780, right? We saw, right? 300 plus 480 is 780 in US dollars, and GBP it has calculated. Click on save, back. Now click on this release. So release gets executed. So execute it. One material cost estimated successfully. Click on save. Now go to material master and check whether the price is updated. Standard price is updated. Subcon 1. Okay. It is BB10. Say okay. See, 780 is done. Right? 780 is done. Now what do you need to do? You will have to, let's go to the PowerPoint. It's the purchase order that you have to create, but I'll show you in the PowerPoint. So we have done the mark and release. Now we will create a purchase order with reference to the info record. I'll show you how to do that. What is the transaction code to create a purchase order? ME21N. Very good. ME21. I go to ME21N. Do you remember the vendor? It was 2601, right? So 2601. Okay, enter. Okay, and here where is the purchase organization? B100, purchase group B, company B100. Okay, item overview, there is a small difference here. Make sure you are selecting the subcontracting material. Okay, now you have the material here. Okay, just select a 780. Okay, BB10 FG subcon, but make sure in the item category you select L, subcontracting item. Okay, you need to know how much quantity you want to order. So I will say I want to order 10 units or 5 units. Okay, and now EA, which plant is ordering this? Plant is BB10, and storage location is also BB10, but you have to enter the info record number. Do you remember the info record number we just created? It was 509. Let's see what was it. It was 102. Okay, let me go to the Excel and show it to you. Yeah, 59. These many zeros and 102. Sorry, 5 nines. Is it not? Yeah, 59. So many things and 102. Now click enter. Okay. So now go to the material. Here you will be able to display the bill of material. Click on components. See, I said one material of RM001 and 3 materials, or was it 2 materials? two materials of RM003. But because I am issuing unit 5 units of finished goods, so it will be 5 units of RM1 and 10 units of RM003. Just go to bill of components and see, correct, right? RM001 5 units and RM003 is 10 units which we are issuing. So that's all. Now come back, scroll back. Now when you please check this one once. Okay, are there any issues? No, no messages issued. During the check, click on save. Click on save. Remember the purchase order. I will take a note for you. So the purchase order number is 45, so many zeros and 81. So now purchase order is created. So I'll copy this, close this, go to Excel. Now purchase order is done. Purchase order is done. Now what I have to do? I have to issue goods to the subcontractor. Issue goods to subcontractor against the PO. Otherwise, how will he start the production? So I have to do this activity. So what I will do, in the MIGO, I'll go to transaction code MIGO, MIGO. Against this purchase order, I will issue him goods. Okay, Mr. Avatar, please come my side. Okay. What is the transaction code? MIGO. Click on MIGO. Okay. We are not issuing goods against order. So we will call it transfer posting. What we are going to do now is transfer posting. Transfer posting against a purchase order. Say OK. 45, so many zeros, 81. Okay. Now what is happening? It is by default it has taken that RM001 you need to issue 5 quantity. Okay. Here you see typically it should be a different plant. Okay. You could assign it to a different plant, that would be better. You have to create a separate plant. I will say okay. And where is this material? This is this material RM001 quantity 5, where all these things, storage location is BB10. BB10. Okay. From there this will be issued. Next quantity is, go to next quantity. Next quantity is what material? BB RM003. Material is, so this one 003, which is packing or some miscellaneous material. 10 units will be issued. From where you will be issuing, storage location BB10. Click enter. Okay. Enter and say item is okay. So this is the second material. I click here, go to previous item. Here also storage location. Look at the movement type 541. I'll show you what is movement type 541. Click here and go to movement type 541. Now look at 541, transfer posting to stock with the subcontractor from unrestricted usage. Right? 541 is unrestricted usage. Remember this. Okay, to a subcontractor. Check. Okay, when you do posting, if any OBYC settings are missing, it will give you an alert. Click on post. So it has posted means what I have done, 490266 is the entry. So I'll make a copy of this. So this is the material document. Okay. So at this stage, if you are getting an error, then it will be mostly because of the OBYC. So this is the material document that you have done, right? 4940s. Now purchase order is, you have issued goods. Now what you should do? Now check this display material document. Save display material document. The same one here. I'll show you there will be no accounting entries created. Now this is where I have a small problem from an accounting perspective. Though you have removed goods from your factory and given it to a subcontractor, okay, the liability is still yours. Okay, the subcontractor does not have any liability on those issued goods. So, and there is no financial entry also. Okay, so remember that. So I will have to go to the display. Okay, this is the document. By default the last executed document comes in. Okay, so this is the document, right, from which plant it is done. Document information. See, it is issued via transfer posting, MIGO TR, right? And this is the materials. This is first material and second material, RM001 and RM003, etc. Go to the FI documents. See, there are no documents, which is why I said there are no documents. even the when you are issuing goods also, what is happening, it is not creating any document. Okay, now let us go back to the PowerPoint. We have completed till display of material document. Now we are going to receive the goods. At the time of receipt of the goods, three entries will pass. One, your consumption entry for raw materials that you have issued goods. Two, you have to pay him the subcontracting charges. Three, you have to receive the finished goods. Three sets of entries will be booked now. Let me show that to you. We will, against the purchase order, we will receive goods. Okay. Same transaction slash MIGO. Go to the goods receipt. Select the purchase order. What was the purchase order number? This is the purchase order number 81. Select 81. Say OK. Now you see here, if you click here, you will get to know what are the subcomponents, right, of this particular material. Now you have to say this item is okay, what you are receiving item is okay. Okay, quantity. Okay, typically where field the storage location is populated, which is good. Go to the next one. Okay, 543. Okay, there is nothing else here, everything is selected. Okay, so you are done. Where purchase order data, look at partner, account assignment, everything is done. Okay, say okay. And now, okay, let me check. When I check, there is no issue. Is there any, no document is okay? So click on post. I'll update my Excel with this document number. 500 500 187 is created. Why doesn't it go? Okay, 500 187. Close. Go to your Excel. Receive goods from subcontractor against PO. Right, what is the material document you have done? 500. Let me display it for you. Okay, go to display. Okay, 5000 187. Click OK. Okay, so now you see, go to the document information. I told you three sets of documents will get created, right? Click on FI documents, go to accounting document. Okay, now look at the first part of the entry. Now don't look at this one. Now let's look at the raw materials that we have issued. We have issued what you call here, look here, the raw material, two raw materials we have issued, right? RM001 and RM003. You see, in inventory raw materials is done here, 2000, and subcontracting RM consumption is booked. These two are the entries, right? Then we have another entry. What is the other entry? We have paid him subcontracting charges. Now subcontracting charges on 5 units is 1500. So debit your subcontracting charges, and 1500 is issued against GRIR clearing account. Now what is the third entry? The COGM has to get booked. What is the COGM? Finished goods. So 202,00230 account is debited 3900. Your COGM will get credited. See, COGM, the new account 30140 that you created, the COGM is now credited. Okay. Now let me show you the effect of those entries. Right. So what did we do here? We have completed all of this here. I have to show you the cost center report. Now let us say, let me go here. Okay. Let's say we issue the raw materials. How much is the raw materials that we have issued? Let me copy this. Okay, so this is 480, right? 480 worth of raw materials that we have issued, right? The debit comes here. This is a debit here. Raw materials consumption I have issued 480, right? And subcontracting charges, let me just, subcontracting charges is coming to 300 per unit, right? 300 per unit. So and the goods received, this is 780. So this and this should effectively zero out the cost center here, right? Two debits, and then you receive the goods, so it should nullify. Your cost center should become zero, right? Let me go to the cost center report and show it to you now. Okay, what is the transaction code for cost center report? Yes, underscore ALR underscore 87013611. Okay, now your controlling area 2024, and the period is August 0, values BB 100 subcon, BB 100 subcon. Say okay and execute it. Can you see? This is in US dollars, 48.75, 30, and 18.75. So it will nullify to zero. Can I make any summarization here? No. So, but I should be able to click on actual line items and show it to you. Actual line items report. So 48.75 is the net credit you have received, and it goes to the line item information also. But there is a transaction code where I can display this in company code currency slash o PRC0, I believe. Is it RP0 or PR0? So slash and RPC0. Okay. RPC0, go to reporting currency and say object currency here. Check and save. Okay. Now close this particular screen. Okay. Go back and execute this report again. And execute this again. So you see 3900, 780 into 5 units, right? 780 into 5 units. So if you look at it, see, this is the 3900 which you have received against this cost center here. So let me bring this cost center somewhere nearby. Okay, this is the cost center. Okay, see, OKB9 is zeroed out. I remember asking this question to somebody who claimed they have 6-7 years of experience, right? Working in one of those big four, and they were coming to us. So I interviewed plus a semi-qualified person. I asked what happens to the cost that you park in OKB9. Unfortunately, they had no clue of that one. If somebody with 4 to 5 years experience in controlling does not know what happens to your cost in OKB9, that is very surprising, right? You should know this one. So for all the price variance account, production variance account, etc., you park your costs in the P&L, right? Against, you need a cost element and a cost object. So you have a cost center, right? Now this, at the time of your costing run, again it will book an entry to this particular cost center and it will nullify. So you should watch out for all these entries. How this particular cost center is becoming zero, etc. You should know that. This B100 subcon also, you see this B100 subcon is the one which we created and we have zeroed it. So in this particular screen you see 3900, 2400, 1500. So it is a nil. So there is no under absorption or over absorption. So this way we have completed our session. Okay, so thank you very much. So this is part of the expert level where I am showing you the subcontracting. Wholly external I have shown. Now I will show you partially external also, where we will carry out some operations, and the subcontractor will be carrying out certain operations. So it's there in a separate video. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Please practice. Okay, thank you very much.